Welcome to RVer Frank's Yerf Dog House. Hello everyone, this is RVer Frank in the doghouse again. Today I'm going to run through my Yerf dog gear checklist. I'll post a copy of it on the screen, but it's available on my Facebook site as well. This is a list based on my tolerance for risk when off-roading, which may be different than yours. The requirements for this checklist are based on traveling with Kathy or alone by myself in a well-traveled, safe area. Otherwise, I would travel in a group with other UTVs. This checklist contents would enable myself to render assistance to others encountered on the road who may be less prepared. Overnight camping gear would be the subject of another checklist. Although I have the rack and those tubs, those will be for perhaps clothes, anything extra that I want to bring. If I do an overnight bug out someplace, it might be sleeping bags, maybe a tent in there. But anyway, I'm going to pull everything out from underneath that seat. And it's amazing how much is held underneath there. So let me go ahead and pull it out, check it off, and lay it out on the table. Okay, went through my checklist, made a few changes, which is good. Once you accumulate all this stuff and you begin stuffing it here and there, and you start to lose track where everything actually is. So when you're out there on the trail, you want to know what you have and where it's at. And when you pack tight, you can miss things out on the trail because they're packed so deeply that you don't know exactly what you have. What I've found is if you can have a container or a way to collect the bits and pieces in a way that they relate to one another, it'll be much easier to keep control and know what you have. So from here, as I pan across, it was all underneath that seat. So I'm going to go down my list and give those who may not be familiar with some of my nomenclature, they'll get a visual of what I'm talking about. So the first thing on my under and behind the seat checklist is a tire pump, and I have this Master Flow. It seems to be a fairly capable unit for the size tires. I've got 30-inch diameter tires. I run around 8 to 10 pounds. So for small air-ups within that range, even for off-road and street, this is a very capable unit. Besides having the tire pump, you're going to have the tire plug tools, extra cement plugs. Of course, I have the inflator tools here, miscellaneous tools. And then you have a valve stem core and replacement valves for the valve stems. Good to have. If you lose one for whatever reason, and you don't have them, the tire's useless to you on the road or on the trail. I then have this jumper pack. Now I looked quite a bit, ordered one from Amazon, returned it, didn't work right. This seems a pretty good one. It's a Trek POW, and it has all the little features. You can charge your phone. I think there's a little flashlight. These are heavy-duty clamps. These aren't your cheapies. The thing with this is I had to have my own AC adapter. For some reason they give you the ability to charge it with cabling, but they don't give you a charger for this. It's about $80. In fact, that amperage was the one that they called out for you providing your own. Next item is recovery gear. When you're out there on the trail and you're by yourself or you're helping someone, you want to have recovery gear. You want to know how to use it. Now I bought this rock crawler. It's an XRC rock crawler, and it comes with a winch with synthetic line. And my background is motorcycles, and your recovery gear is basically you being able to lift yourself out of a situation. With one of these ranging 1,600 pounds, you're going to need a winch. And you can't do it alone with just that winch cable. You've got to have some other gear. So what I have here is a tow strap. It's a 30-foot, 2-inch wide, 8-ton. I have 2 snatch block pulleys. They're rated each at 4,500 pounds. The orange tree trunk protector. When you need to have an anchoring point out there on the trail, you're going to need to protect trees. You can kill a tree pulling off of a tree, and just the pressure on just one on the aft side of the tree, you'll kill the tree. So you want to have a good strap. Or if you're strapping around a boulder or something like that, you need to grapple onto whatever you're using as a pull point. Of course, I have 2 D-rings. These are 1/2-inch D-rings. I have an extra, strap. That's with a 3/8 D-ring. That's just a miscellaneous 2-inch strap, just a hook at one end. Actually, it's one side of a Harbor Freight ratchet strap, and those ratchet straps weren't rated high enough for what I was looking for tying down the vehicle, so I thought I'd throw that in here. It's always nice to have an extra line for whatever reason. Maybe something to hook onto, keep your rig from tipping over if in fact you need some sort of a lead to hold on to. Anyway, anything like this can be helpful out on the trail for yourself or anyone else you're helping. Then I have a line, let's see, what do I call that? That's a winch line dampener. And what this is simply is one of those reusable bags. And how I would use that is I would run the winch line through those handles, put some rocks in there, and tie it off, maybe with a zip tie or whatever, so that if there's any line breakage under load, that bag will enable that line to just drop to the ground rather than go flying around. Especially if you have a loose D-ring or hook attach point on the vehicle you're pulling, it comes apart, you're going to have potential dangerous situation there. In fact, it is a dangerous situation. And then, of course, you want to have a good set of gloves. Okay, that takes care of my recovery gear. I have a dock rope, again, in case I need to have a lead to tie onto something, or for whatever reason. It's always good to have a rope. There's a cheap little lantern. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave any comments or questions below. Thanks a lot for watching.